Hello once again to the viewers ng aking tutorial. Again, ako si Tito-riAL for another topic on operations management. So this time, ang pag-uusapan natin is capacity planning. So on this series ng capacity planning, ang uunahin kong i-discuss is about decision tree. Okay? So, hindi ko na patatagalin pa. Let's start na agad dun sa decision tree. Okay, guys? So ayun, katulad nga nung nasa screen kanina. So ang pag-uusapan natin is decision tree and the expected monetary value. So para ma-discuss ko siya ng mabuti, so let us try to look at the example problem. So it's about Lisa Cross. Okay? So Lisa crosses Paco Industries. So Lisa Cross wanted to pursue her own business and named it Paco Industries, in which the primary product are wood nails or industrial nails. However, she is in a tight schedule and she must decide whether to pursue the business or pursue her career abroad. So medyo critical yung time niya. Thus, the decision should be made before actual demand level is known. So, kailangan mag-decide na kagad si Lisa before pa magkaroon ng trial doon sa market, before siya magkaroon ng actual demand ng product. So, basically, she will deal with forecasted values kasi nga, hindi pa na-establish yung business. Now, in order for her to pursue the business, she must decide between two possible locations. So, kailangan niya mag-decide daw sa dalawang posibleng location kung saan niya ilalagay si business niya. The projected profits in thousands are shown in the table below. So, here is yung projected profit again in thousands. So, kung for example, dun sa location 1, 200,000 ang ibig sabihin niyan. Okay? Now, meron daw siyang dalawang alternative. Sa location 1, pag high daw yung demand, pwedeng pumalo ang profit niya or sales niya ng 200,000. While pagka medium demand, 60,000, pag low demand, makaka-experience siya ng loss, which is 30,000. While sa location 2, 140,000 ang demand, kung high demand yan, ha? Ang medium demand is 80,000, while pagka low demand, hindi siya loss. Actually, meron pa siyang kita na 20,000. Now, nakalagay din doon sa table at the last row is the probability. So, ano yung chance na mangyayari si high demand? So, there is a 30% chance na magkakaroon ng high demand or 0.3. In medium demand, there is a 40% chance na ma-encounter niya ang medium demand, while sa low demand, there is a 30% chance. Okay? Cross knew the importance of market research. Kung gaano ka-importante ang pag-conduct ng market research. Now, market research could predict whether she would encounter either a favorable market or unfavorable market. So, bukod dun sa high, medium, and low demand, si market research daw, pwede niya ma-determine what will be the possible outcome, whether favorable ba ang market sa kanya or unfavorable daw yung condition ng market on each of the location. Now, syempre, pag nagko-conduct tayo ng market research or ng research, it would cost. May gagastusin tayo. So, ang cost daw ng market research niya is 3,000 pesos. Now, the table below shows the different probabilities for each demand in relation with whether favorable ba or unfavorable sa market. So, ito yung table. So, kung favorable daw, there is a 40% chance na favorable daw si market at magkakaroon ng 0.45% na high demand, 40% na medium demand, and 15% na low demand. Now, kung unfavorable daw si market, kaso nga lang ito guys 60% daw yung probability na unfavorable si market. Tapos what will happen dun sa demand? There would be a 20% chance na high demand, medium demand is 40%, as well as the low demand has a probability of 40%. Okay? Now, ang tanong is, what is the best decision for Liza to pursue? So, meron tayong dalawang decision para kay Liza. So, it's either mag-conduct siya ng market research or hindi siya mag-conduct ng market research. Tapos, ang second decision niya is, alin sa dalawang location kaya ang pwede niyang piliin. Okay? Now, structure of a decision tree. Ano ba ang itsura ng isang decision tree? So, gagamit tayo ng square. Now, the square represent decision nodes. Kung ano yung decision natin. While circle represents state of the nature nodes. Mamaya explain ko paano si state of nature nodes. Now, aside from the square and circle, we also have lines or branches that connects the decision nodes to the state of nature nodes as well as the payoffs. Okay? Mamaya, explain ko din kung ano si payoffs. Now, let's try to draw muna the decision tree from left to right. So, yung available nating data is nandyan na. Okay? Now, let's start first with the first decision. Okay? Ito yung una yung decision. So, square muna tayo. Let's start it with a square. Now, dalawa ang kanyang pwedeng pagpilian. Okay? Dalawa daw. Ano yung dalawa na yan? So, it could either be mag-conduct siya ng research or do not conduct research. Okay? So, again, kung ano man yung decision niya between dyan sa dalawa, dito papasok yan sa decision nodes. Again, nagkakaroon tayo ng line yan, that connects yung decision node sa state of nature nodes. Okay? So, paano ba yung example natin ng state of the nature nodes? So, lagyan ko muna dito ng circle. Okay? Yung state of the nature nodes natin. Now, dito kasi, pag nag-conduct ka ng research, pwede daw ma-determine whether favorable or unfavorable ang market. So, magsasanga ulit tayo ng dalawa. Kaya tinawag nga na decision tree kasi yung decision natin is nagsasanga-sanga. Okay? So, pag nag-conduct tayo ng research, malalaman natin whether favorable ba si market or unfavorable si market. Okay? So, ayan. So, nagkaroon ulit. Pasensya na kung hindi ko talaga matuwid, ha? Hindi talaga ako magaling mag-drawing ng lines. Okay? Now, so, pwedeng ma-determine kung favorable or unfavorable si market. So, after nyan, magkakaroon ngayon tayo dito ng, again, a decision node. Now, bakit kailangan ng decision node dyan? Remember, pinapipili tayo ng dalawang location. Okay? So, pwede dito na ito si location 1 natin and location 2. Okay? Okay, gets guys? So, may location 1 tayo, tapos may location 2. Now, magkakaroon ulit din tayo ng state of nature node dito. Now, again guys, si state of the nature node is ano ang possible scenario. So dito, katulad dito sa una nating state of nature node, ano ba ang possible scenario pag nag-conduct ka ng research? Malalaman natin whether favorable ba si market or unfavorable. So dito naman sa location 1, malalaman natin whether meron tayong high demand, medium demand, or low demand. Okay? Dito naman sa location 2, magkakaroon din tayo dyan. So, whether high, medium, or low demand. Now, remember guys, because of this table, okay, aside from dun sa chance natin, probabilities natin na 30, 40, and 30, depende pa rin whether favorable daw or unfavorable yung market natin. So, ibig sabihin, dun sa unfavorable, magkakaroon din tayo ng dalawang state of nature nodes. Ibig sabihin, itong nasa taas, pag favorable, ito ang possible na mangyari kay location 1 at kay location 2. Pag unfavorable daw, dalawa din ang pwedeng mangyari sa location 1 at location 2. So, magkakaroon din siya ng whether high demand, medium, or low. So, same holds true dito sa second location. Yan. Now, so nakuha na natin yung possible scenario pag nag-conduct tayo ng research. Okay. So, ayun na guys. Sorry nabura kasi yung unang gawa natin. So, niredraw ko na lang yung decision tree natin. So, natapos na tayo dun sa upper part when we conduct, what the possibilities when we conduct market research. Now, paano naman pag hindi tayo nag-conduct ng research? Dito kasi is walang possible scenario pag hindi tayo nag-conduct ng research. So, wala tayong state of nature nodes. So, diretso tayo sa ating decision nodes. Now, so pag after natin ng decision nodes, ang pagpipilian lang naman natin dyan kung hindi tayo magko-conduct ng research is dalawa. Okay? Kung ano between location 1 and location 2, kung ano pipiliin natin. So, diretso na siya ng ganyan. Okay? So again guys, pag sinasabi natin na itong state of the nature knows, what are the possibilities doon sa decision na kailangan natin gawin. Okay? So katulad dito sa hulihan, ganoon pa rin naman yung possibilities niya. So meron tayong high, medium, and low demand. Okay? So, ayan. Nabuo na natin yung ating decision tree or decision tree ni Liza. Okay? So, ayusin ko na lang ang itsura niyan. Okay? Para mas madali nating maintindihan. Kasi ang pangit talaga ng sulat ko. Okay. So, ito na yung itsura ng ating decision tree complete with our decision nodes. Ito yung square, yung circle ng ating state of nature nodes. Again, a decision node, and then ito, state of nature nodes with complete labels. Okay? Now, the next step for us to do is to assign the probabilities to chance events and payoffs to the end of the three limbs. So, umpisahan muna natin dito sa payoff na nasaan? Na nasa end ng ating three limbs. So, basically, ito yung payoffs natin. Dito daw natin ilalagay ang ating payoffs. Okay. Yan. So, example. So, sinasabi na for location 1, pag high daw yung demand, meron daw 200,000 demand. So, lagay natin 200. Pagka medium, meron tayong 60. And pagka low, meron tayong 30. Okay, sa location 2 daw natin, meron tayong um, 140. Pag high demand, 80. And then 20. So, saan ko nakita to guys? Dito sa table na to. Okay, ito siya. Okay, so yan yung table na yon. Now, wala naman sinabi na pagka unfavorable, mag-iiba daw yung demand. Ang sinasabi lang, mag-iiba lang yung probability. So, basically, we just have to copy yung demand natin. Okay? But then again, guys, there are some problems sa mga decision tree na nag-iiba din yung demand or yung payoff. Ito yung tinatawag nating payoffs. Okay? So, nag-iiba din yung payoffs whether location 1 or location 2 or depending on ano yung decision na you have to consider. Okay? So, in this case naman kasi is wala namang sinabi na magpapalit daw or mag-iiba ng payoffs. Okay. Same holds true when we do not conduct research. So, basically, ganun pa rin siya. So again guys, let me emphasize there is a tendency na nag-iiba-iba ang payoff depende sa may encounter nyong problem. Okay. Now, nilagay na natin yung payoff. Ano pa ang sinasabi sa ating step? Assign the probability to chance event. So, ilalagay na ngayon natin yung probability. So, dito muna tayo sa favorable. Dito muna tayo kay favorable. Now, pag high demand daw, ito, tignan natin tong table na to. Yan, kasi nakalagay dyan yung ating probability. Now, pagka favorable daw si market, there is a 0.45 chance na high ang demand. So, lalagay natin dito is 0.45. Yan. Pagka medium demand daw is 0.40 and pagka low demand is 0.15. Okay? Now, wala din naman sinabi na mag-iiba kay location 2. So, we would assume na ang probability dito would be the same. Okay? Now, again guys, merong problem na maaaring sinasabi na pagka on a different set of decision, mag-iiba siya ng probability. So, you just have to be careful. Okay? So, since this would be my first tutorial on decision tree, so stick muna tayo dito. Who knows, in the future, I could give you another example for a decision tree. Okay? So, hopefully, magkaroon pa ako ng ganun opportunity na makapaggawa ng another example ng decision tree para sa inyo. Now, that's it for favorable market. Now, dito naman tayo kay unfavorable. So, sa unfavorable, ayan, nilagay na rin natin kung ano yung probabilities. So, the chances na high demand on an unfavorable market is 20. The chance of a medium demand on unfavorable market is 40 as well as low demand. Okay? So, same with location 2. Oops. Yeah, 0.40. Okay? So, ayan siya. Okay? So, nakuha na natin yung payoffs. Nakumpleto na natin yung probability ng payoffs on a favorable and unfavorable market situation. But, then again, nakalagay din dito sa data natin na there is a 40% chance daw na the market would be favorable. So, lalagay natin dito yung 0.40 na favorable si market and then 0.60 na unfavorable si market. Okay? Now, another thing dito naman sa baba is if we do not conduct our research. So, ano yung probability na magkakaroon tayo ng high, medium, or low demand? Makikita na ngayon natin siya dito sa table na to. Okay? Yan. So, the chance of a high demand is 0.30 and then 0.40 for medium demand and 0.30 for low demand. So, same holds true with location 2. Yan. Meron din sinabi sa problem kanina na the cost for conducting market research is what? Around 3,000. Okay, tandaan natin na the cost for conducting a market research is 3,000. Okay? So, mababawasan ang pera natin ng 3,000. Now, since in thousands tong mga to, 200,000, 60,000, so pwede natin sabihin na minus 3. Okay? Dito, or negative 3 na lang para madali. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, babawasan natin yung pera natin ng 3K when we conduct market research. So, yan. So, ayan na. Pinalitan ko na lang yung value natin, yung mga sulat ko, ng, um, ng numerical value ng hindi ko sulat para mas madali nyo maintindihan. Okay? Now, what we try to do now is to compute the EMV. Ang kukumpute na ngayon natin is the EMV or the expected monetary value. So now, the next step is to compute for the EMV or the expected monetary value. So when we say expected monetary value, this is the expectation on how much money a business can gain or lose when making certain decisions. Okay? So whether dadami ba yung pera niya or mababawasan yung pera niya, depende kung anong decision ang gagawin niya or pipiliin niya. Now, in an EMV, ang kailangan din natin is yung probabilities. So, when we check our decision tree, kompleto na tayo. Yung mga payoffs natin, so ito yung forecasted sales natin, and then yung probability of an event happening. So, kompleto na yung kailangan natin for the EMV. So, kailangan na lang natin computing yung EMV para sa ating decision tree. Okay? So, how do we compute the EMV? So, sundan nyo na lang ako. Okay? So, let's start first with the top. Okay? Dito muna tayo sa top. Okay? Okay, location 1, favorable location 1 or high demand. High, medium, or low demand. Okay? So, sabi is there is 0.45 probability na high yung demand and kikita daw ng 200,000. So, plus the probability of medium, which is 0.40 times 60,000, plus the probability of 0.15 times the payoff of negative 30,000. So, i-multiply lang natin isa-isa, ayan, and then i-add natin. So, dito muna tayo. 0.45 times 200 is 90,000 plus 0.40 times 60 is 24,000 plus 0.15 times negative 30 is negative 4.5. So, ang EMV natin for this one is 90 plus 24 plus negative 4.5 is 109.5. Okay, 109.5. So, ilalagay natin si 109.5 dito. So, ang EMV natin for location 1 is 109.5. Ayan. Para malinaw. Okay? So, try naman natin dito kay location 2. Now, since, again, the probability of 0.45 times 140, kasi nandito na tayo sa 140 na to, plus 0.40 times 80, and then plus 0.15 times 20. Okay? So, 0.45 times 140 is 63 plus 32 plus 3. So, pag i-add natin yan, 63 plus 32 plus 3 is 98. So, si 98, dito naman siya sa location 2. Okay? Yan. Ayun. Sorry guys, nabura ko yung una. So, that would be 109.5. Okay? So, tatry naman natin ngayon dito kay unfavorable location 1. But then again guys, i-multiply lang natin itong dalawa, tapos i-add, plus ito, and then plus ito naman. Okay? Para makuha natin yung EMV para sa location 1. And then, ganun din naman dito. Then, nakikita nyo guys, kung madali lang naman siya. Okay? Tapos dito. So, same holds true when we do not conduct research. So, multiply, add, and then this one. Para dito. Okay? Now, bakit ko ginagawa to? Siyempre, I would like for you guys to solve the EMV for each of the state of nature nodes dito sa mga unang circles na to. Okay? Alright. So, I will give you time to do that. Okay. Now, nagkaroon na ngayon tayo ng value for each of the state of the nature nodes dito sa right side. Okay? Again, pag kinumpute natin si EMV, papunta tayo from right going to the left. Okay? So, ang susunod natin is, since may decision node tayo dito, alin ba ang pipiliin natin between 109.5 or 98? So, ano ang pipiliin natin between location 1 and location 2? Now, since ang pinag-uusapan natin dito is projected sales, yung 200,000, 60,000, or a loss of 30,000, syempre, mas gugustuhin natin yung higher number kasi sales ang pinag-uusapan. Now, there are some decision tree na ang payoff nila instead of profit or sales is cost or expenses. Now, pagka cost or expenses naman, syempre, ang mas gugustuhin natin is yung lower value. Okay? Now, since ito ay sales, and we have to choose between location 1 and location 2, pipiliin natin si location 1. Pero hindi natin lalagay dito sa decision node dito is location 1. What we will write here is the expected monetary value for location 1, and that is 109.5. Okay? Now, dito naman kay unfavorable between location 1 and location 2, since 68 is higher than 52, we will choose 68. Okay? Now, diretsuhin na natin sa baba. Since between location 1 and location 2, 80 is higher, ang pipiliin natin is si location 2 na may EMV na 80. Okay? So, nagkaroon na ng EMV ang mga decision nodes natin. Meron na naman tayong state of nature node. Okay? On this part. Okay? Itong circle na yan. Okay? We will now have to compute yung EMV natin, whether favorable ba or unfavorable si market. So, pagsasamahin natin at para makuha natin yung EMV niya. So, ang gagawin natin dyan is, since there is a probability of 0.40 for favorable market, imumultiply natin ngayon siya sa 109.5 and then plus 0.60 na unfavorable si market, imumultiply natin siya sa 68 para makuha natin yung EMV dito. So, ano ba ang EMV ng state of the nature node natin dito? So, again, 0.40 times 109.5 is 43.8. And then 0.60 times 68 is 40.8. So, 43.8 plus 40.8 is 84.6. So, lalagay na natin dito is 84.6. Okay? So, siya yung EMV natin when we conduct research. Okay? Now, may dilemma pa tayo. Will we choose to conduct research or do not conduct research? So, we have to choose between 84.6 na EMV or dito sa baba, when you do not conduct research, you have a expected monetary value of 80. Siyempre, pipiliin natin si 84.6. Now, since the cost of conducting research is minus 3 or since it is in 1,000 is 3,000, ang mangyayari dyan is your 84.6 should be deducted by the cost of conducting the research. So, ang mangyayari, you have 81.6, which is ito yung expected monetary value natin on our final decision. Okay? So, 81.6 is still higher than 80. So, basically, choosing the higher value, we will choose to conduct research. Now, if for example naman is when the cost of conducting research is hindi 0.3, naging negative 5 siya or ang cost niya is 5,000. So basically, ang mangyayari is 84.6 minus 5. Okay? So liliit siya. So this would be around magiging 79, around 79,000. So, basically, mas malaki na ngayon yung do not conduct research. So, ang pipiliin natin is itong do not conduct research at ilalagay natin on our first decision. Okay, so here it is guys, yung final computation natin with mas malinaw na expected monetary value or yung EMV for your reference. Okay? Now, the last step is to determine the optimal decision strategy. Now, if you are lies across, ano ang decision na ipupursue mo? Conduct research or do not conduct research? So, basically, we will choose conduct research. Then, if the market is favorable, you would choose location 1. And then, the probabilities are there. Kung high demand, meron kang 200. Kung medium, meron kang 60. Although, pagka low demand, you will have a loss of 30. Now, kung magiging unfavorable na yung market, then you could choose location 2. You have the possibilities right there. Na pwede kay location 2 na magkakaroon ka pa rin ng sales ng 140,000 kung mataas ang demand, kung medium naman yung demand is 80, or kung low is 20. So, binibigyan kanya ng option. So, after mo mag-conduct ng research, kung na-determine ni research na favorable sa market, go ka kay location 1. Pero kung na-determine ni market research mo na unfavorable kay unfavorable sa iyo yung market or kay Liza yung market, then dun tayo magtayo ng business sa atin kay location 2. So basically, the decision tree gives us the possibilities on what will happen based on our decisions. Okay? Okay guys, so that ends the part 1 of our capacity planning series on the decision fee and expected monetary value or EMV. Now guys, kung napansin nyo, walang masyadong pa-char-char or walang masyadong pa-eklat yung video tutorial ko ngayon kasi I am in a tight schedule. Hinahabol ko talaga to para sa lesson primarily ng mga students ko sa school. Actually and honestly, medyo delay na talaga ako. Nasa kanila na yung module nila 2 weeks ago, I think. Tapos may academic break pa sila pero hindi ko pa natatapos yung tutorial video ko. So, yun nga, the struggle during this time of pandemic is not only experienced by the student, but as well as the instructors, teachers, or professor as well. So, again guys, sorry if hindi ko nalagyan ng magandang design or ano yung tutorial ko ngayon. I think yung mga susunod kong tutorial na part 2 and part 3, ganun lang din siya kasimple. But I do hope yung objective ng tutorial ay maibigay ko sa inyo in which ma-explain ko naman talaga yung mga lessons ng simple and in Tagalog na madali nyo sanang maintindihan at makatulong sa inyo. So again guys, so please like my video, and then don't forget to also subscribe to my channel if you are new here, new student or new viewer ng tutorial. And also don't forget to share so other student or those in need would also be helped by this video. Okay? So again guys, this is your Tito-riAL saying keep safe and chill.
Iskul Bukol. Yeah, Iskul Bukol.